Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place to find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we're here with Robin Shimizu and friends talking about happy, healthy habits with Robin Shimizu. How are you this morning, Robin?
I'm doing really well. Thank you. Good
Good,
to see you
good.
guys.
Great to see you
All
as
is
well.
well. How you doing this morning, Brenna?
Doing well. Thank you very much. How are you?
Good. We're going to get this party started by having Robin introduce her guest first because we're having some interesting experiences. So we're going to go there first. Hi, Robin.
Hello, everybody. Welcome and thank you for tuning in to Biz Chicks and our Happy Healthy Habit Day. Today we have Brenna Garcia, who is our Norwex consultant. She helps us get toxins out of our environment. Really, really super important right now while we're trying to stay safe. She also is an artist. She makes jewelry. She sells all kinds of wellness products, essential oils. She's just a woman of many, many talents. So with that, I'd like to introduce Brenna Garcia. She's our Norwex consultant, and she's my really dear friend. Hi, Brenna.
Hi, Robin. How are you? Hi, Terlina.
Good
Thank you so much,
morning.
ladies. Good morning. Thank you. I really am grateful for having me on today. So, yes, I share with others how to eliminate toxins and synthetics in personal care and home care. But while women, we love to have scent, right? That's
Mhm.
kind of our reward mechanism for doing what we do, which is being the best caregivers for our loved ones. And it's hard to find stuff that isn't going to make us have an allergic reaction or something or give us a headache.
Yes.
I actually used a lot of products over time, and from the traditional stuff in the malls, it was the one with the candles and all that stuff. I just started getting headaches and sneezing more, and my allergies would get severe that I'd lose my voice even. So I just had to find solutions. And after researching what was in the chemicals, in the products that I was using, and some of the chemicals and the contributions to health effects, through a document that was at the EPE, Childhood Care and Education,
Mm-hmm.
Cleaning and Sanitizing, it helped kind of open my eyes to a lot of stuff. Not only did I take my stuff to the dump, all the 7 boxes of chemicals I had to dump it, but they told me it was hazardous material. So I was like, okay, I need to share this information with people because they just need to know. And the more you know, but hopefully the better we can make better choices that way.
Yes.
So that's what I like to share. I don't like, it's not something, I'm not pushy. I don't like to go off on that tangent kind of thing, but I do like to inform people. And it's through 18 years of research, and my daughter's going to be 19 this year. So, hey.
Wow, really?
Seriously?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Happy healthy
So
habits.
today we're going to talk about how to breathe breathing easier. But I'm going to continue that because walking into our home from outdoors, we in the first 4 steps of walking into our home, we bring 85% of the contaminants into our home in those first 4 steps. So,
say what?
Yep. All the places
how
that
does
we.
that work? What do you mean? They're on us, or they're coming in with the air, or how does that work?
Our shoes, the first 4 steps.
Oh.
Our shoes.
Oh, shoes.
Yeah. So not many entry mats that are available on the market. Can you throw them into the wash? And they have silver in them. So our entry mat, and we actually just came out with a bigger one, is like you put it down and it has the silver, so it helps grab all the particulate matter. And you just leave it there, and then after about a month, you can wash it every month.
Wow.
And what do we do with our mats typically? We just leave them there.
Yeah, we do. We just leave them there
but
indefinitely.
that picks up the first 4 steps of permanent.
So
Wow.
I have a question. So do you put that mat on the inside of, on the part you're coming into the house, so it's outside the house and you wipe your feet, or do you put it inside the house and you wipe your feet? Outside, like in the garage step, or on
I
the
put the mat
porch,
inside my. I put
inside the
my.
house.
Inside. So
Mhm.
Yeah,
once the door
you can
is
put that on
open,
top.
it's sitting there.
You know,
But
I love that. You know that people in Hawaii take their shoes off, right?
Uh-huh.
And and it keeps their houses really super clean.
yeah,
And it's a
inside the
cultural
house.
thing. Japanese do that too. They take their shoes off. A lot of cultures take their shoes off before they go in. It's
Mhm.
smart. We don't at my house. I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to get a mat too.
I didn't realize that it could be that um wow, that we bring that much into the house
With our shoes.
with our
Don't even
shoes.
think about it.
And my mat is outside.
Hmm. So
So
we'll have 2 mats.
so I should have a mat outside for just wiping my feet off, and then a box to put my shoes in, and then step on the mat? Or how, what's the process here?
I
How you
wipe
doing,
my
Wendy?
shoes.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I wipe my shoes and my mat when I come inside the house, and then I take them off and put them in the holder, the shoe holder.
Gotcha. Wow.
I
She
love
has
that.
a shoe holder, Robin.
Well, it's just the thing that holds it on the, you put your shoes in there or in the basket. The basket works great for throwing your shoes in. It's
Wow.
because I have a wheelchair that goes in and out, and I run over people's shoes, and I'm like, pick up your shoes. My kids don't put their shoes in. I'm like, I can't get in.
Yeah, after a couple of disasters, I'm sure they got with the program. Because tennis shoes are not picked up in the street. You have teenagers. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That could really destroy the resale value for them.
Yeah, it's as a
I'm just
wheelchair.
saying. So if we want to get this mat, um, how would we go about that, Brenna?
So they're sold right on my website.
Oh,
And this because what's next month? April.
next month is April.
April.
February, March,
Yes.
April. Yes.
And April is I call it Love Your Home, but the planet is our home. So Earth Day is coming up in April. And
Mm.
yeah. So in the month of April and for this month, I am going to give everyone a face mask. Was promoted by H for plastic for the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
Ocean 40. So it's a mask holder, so you can breathe better. So it's kind of cupped and
Oh,
it's
yes, I saw those. Uh-huh.
yeah, but it's made out of recycled plastic, like a lot of
Correct.
our products. So for me, as a thank you to all my customers and anyone that purchases in these next 2 months, you'll receive one of those, or depending on how many, I'll reach out to you for how many family members you have, and then you can receive them from me as a thank you. Because anything that's pulling plastic from the ocean and repurposing them into useful items is kind of like one of my things, because that's what Norwex is about. All of our packaging does that. All of the plastic bottles are made from ocean-bound plastic, meaning they pull the plastic from the ocean and they create the packaging for our Norwex products and the products. So some of our products, they recycled on them. They still have the 2-year warranty, all of our microfiber, but they're recycled. They're made using recycled plastic. So, yeah.
Wow. Well, we want to say good morning to Cecily. She's watching over here on Facebook. Do you have any questions about the mat, Cecily? So this is just blowing my mind. Say that again about the 85% that we bring in, 85% of toxins? Tell me that
Right.
again.
So the first 4 steps into our home, we're bringing 85% of indoor contaminants, or contributes to the 85%, sorry, of contaminants that are brought indoors in the first 4 steps.
So we're bringing it from the outside in the first 4 steps.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's deep. Okay.
Well,
Whoa.
we can stop that right in its tracks, right at the entry to our home.
That is
And
beautiful. Wow. Thank you so much, Brenna. We
so,
wanted to get you on while your signal was good. So if you put your Norwex information in the chat, or text it to Robin, and she'll put it in the chat, whichever way you want to do that, we would really appreciate it. So now
oh
we're
yeah.
going to, yes. So is there anything you want to share before we bring Robin up with her healthy habit?
That was it, and I just wanted to
That was a
continue my
lot.
thank you. Yes, for everyone. Yeah, as a thank you to everyone, giving everyone a face mask holder so you can breathe easier and it doesn't make your glasses fog.
Oh,
So, but you gotta keep them. You gotta keep them informed, because if they get deformed or you leave them somewhere in the sun, they might.
I
I hear
can't
you.
wait
And
to
it
get
goes.
one of those. Oh my gosh, I'm
Yeah.
always fogged up
Are you really?
because
Okay.
I double mask now. I've been double masking.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Very good. All right. Well, we're going to bring up Robin
Morning.
now. Thank you, Brenna. We really appreciate you, Brenna. I want to say that. I just want to thank you for what you do. Hi, Patricia. Patricia's watching. Patricia
Yay.
Thank you,
watching
everyone,
in the
watching.
house. It's
So I came across last night an article in my health magazine, and it says that 2020 wasn't our greenest year. This is Brenna's gonna, yeah, because we had so much reusable. I mean, we had masks that we threw away. We have gloves that we threw away. We have all the wipe things that we threw away. We have so much stuff that we did to keep ourselves clean in 2020. We created this overload of trash, basically. And so this article was about, okay, we had, it's been hard, but we all can do our little part about keeping the plastics out of the oceans, right, Brenna?
Yep.
And so I wrote down some of the ideas that they came up with. And one of the things they said is, if we all just do a little bit about reducing our plastic consumption, just be mindful about not buying as much plastic. So they had some ideas, and I really love these. So you go to farmers markets and don't buy your groceries in those plastic bags, and don't buy them pre-packaged at the grocery store and things like that. So go to the farmers markets and buy them in bulk from your local farmer market, or go to butcher shops and get them, put in paper instead of plastic in the grocery stores, right? So go to a butcher shop, go to bakeries instead of buying packaged baked goods. Go to a bakery shop and buy your bakery stuff from, a bakery, or bake your own bread. Was one of the ideas, which, a lot of people have bread machines, and so they're baking their own bread and things like that. So to just be more mindful about reducing your plastic usage would really help. Just if everybody did a little bit like that, it would really, really help. And I really like that. Oh, and going and buying bulk. If you can find bulk foods, buy the bulk food. So if you're going to buy, choose paper over plastic, packaging wise. And anyway, that was just my my little tip for today, is for us to just be a little bit more conscientious about reducing the plastic that we use.
wow.
I like that.
Yeah, I love shopping at farmers markets, and you get a nice connection between you and the farmer, and you can ask them any questions, and see what their response is like. Because I'm like, why can't you have plastic paper instead of the plastic bags? Because they try to offer me plastic bags, and so I bring my bags with me. But
Right.
sometimes smaller stuff, I don't have a bag, and so I'll bring a little reusable fabric bag or paper bags, like lunch sacks.
Mhm.
Wow.
They're still useful, And
Mhm.
so, but it is nice to go to the farmers markets and to see all and have all the smells that are there for you can even get bouquets there. It's really nice.
Yeah.
But less
Yeah.
packaging. There's a lot less packaging in the food when you buy it at a farmer's market. So, except for
Wow.
meats.
Yes, Claudia says, in the day of COVID, okay, let me put it up here. She says, in the day of COVID, we cannot use bulk like before. I'm low waste, but all the bulks are in plastic bags now for safety.
Oh.
Whereas I used to bring my own mason jars.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
that bulk that threw me for a loop. I went to go buy a bulk. You're right, Claudia. And that was like, it was all in plastic and packaging. Like, I'm like, no. So I stopped buying bulk. I
Oh
just,
dear. So buying
bag.
bulk is not an idea. Okay. Right while we're in COVID, they're not doing that, huh? Yeah.
No,
Mhm.
no.
Well,
Yep.
I think we should be coming out of that in the next 6 months or so. We'll probably see less plastic in these cases because people will feel safer. Hopefully,
Yeah, hopefully.
we'll be able to help continue to reduce the use of plastics. I
Yeah,
am I'm really aware of this, ladies, because I have so many plastic water bottles in my garage because I was just like, oh my gosh, I need to do so. So I'm going to be going to the recycle center, but that's why I have so many in there. It's just like when, and I didn't think about it until this happened, and they started accumulating. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I use a lot of because it's an individual. We don't think we use that much, but I
Right.
use a lot of plastic because my grandkids come through here, and there are 5 or 6 of us, and boom! Next thing I know, the case is gone, and you know what I'm saying too. So
Yeah. Yeah,
I've
it's
been made more aware.
yeah. And then that's why we have a water pitcher because you can just use the water pitcher and the
Refill it.
water pitcher adds magnesium back to the water. So it has a dual filtration because
Well,
magnesium is really important for us.
I probably need to invest in one of those. The one I had, uh, we won't discuss its death, but
Oh, bummer.
so
But
some people
yeah,
helped it.
yeah. If I could share a statistic, the overall amount of recycled plastics is relatively small, only 3 million tons for 8.7% of recycling rate in 2018. The recycling of some specific types of plastic containers is more significant.
Yeah,
So it's you recycle it, but it only small percentage actually gets recycled. A lot of
oh
it lands up
wow,
in the landfill again
that's
because
not good.
there's no place to recycle it. Like there was one point we were sending everything to another country to do recycling and even cardboard. And then we wound up with this mess. What are we going to do with all this cardboard? So people had to learn how to recycle it themselves here, but there's not the right people don't have it all set up here always.
I'm looking forward to large companies like Amazon recycling that because it would be financially beneficial to them and it would help the planet. And they use so much cardboard. Claudia says, we're so fortunate at West Sacramento residents. They recycle and compost for us. She says it's wonderful. How you doing this morning, Claudia? Yes. So we want to thank you. We're looking forward. You want to tell us real quick again about that doormat because we had some people who joined after you mentioned it. Can you hold it up and tell us that little sentence about what happens when we enter our houses?
So the idea when we're coming from inside from outdoors is to keep dirt where it belongs and any contaminants that we might bring in. So up to 85% of contaminants that are brought indoors in the first 4 steps of our home can be stopped by using our doormat. And then the nice thing about it is that you can actually wash it. So it has a silicone backing instead of a rubber backing because rubber will change the color of your vinyl flooring if you have vinyl. and even some tile. So if you ever notice you get yellowing or something, and it's actually the reaction of the rubber to the gases into the chemicals in the vinyl that make it change color. So ours is silicone. Ours isn't going to make your floor change color, which is nice.
Wow. Yeah, I learned something right there. Learned something right there. Okay, so thank you so much, Brenna. Again, we're going to put Brenna's contact information in the chat. And what do you have for us next week, Robin?
Next week, we have Jill Weston.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be with us, and I'm not sure what she's going to bring for us, but she always brings us some really nice, wonderful tips
And we
on
know
how to breathe and
chaos, right?
calm our chaos. And, you know, and actually, Claudia Newman and I just actually had some time together over the weekend, and I'm going to invite Claudia onto the show to teach us how to cook using ancient grains.
Oh, wow.
And different kinds of breakfast. I'm not exactly sure, but she's gonna teach us some stuff about that. So I'm excited about having Claudia join us. Yeah,
that is so cool. We're having a cooking segment. All right.
In fact, I have Claudia penciled in on the 18th.
Okay, did you hear that, Claudia? We're looking forward to talking to you. Thank you so much, ladies. We appreciate you. Robin, you always have such great guests. We want to remind everybody to go to the front of their own line. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow when we'll be talking tech and English here on the Biz Chicks.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.